Diddy Combs to be sentenced on October 3rd after conviction for transportation for prostitution. Music mogul faces up to 20 years in prison. Defense seeks reduced sentence while prosecution proposes a longer term. Federal Judge Arun Subramanian has scheduled Diddy Combs' sentencing hearing for October 3, 2025. Following the rapper and mogul's conviction on 2 counts of transportation for prostitution, each carrying a maximum sentence of 10 years. Combs was acquitted of the more serious charges of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. Legal experts predict his sentence will be much lower than the maximum, despite the serious nature of the charges. The defense has requested a sentence of 21 to 27 months, while prosecutors have suggested a sentence of 51 to 63 months. Taking into account the time Combs has already spent in custody since his arrest in September 2024. In a remote hearing on July 8, Combs' attorneys initially proposed moving up the sentencing date to September 22, but later agreed to the date suggested by Judge Subramanian. The judge had initially proposed October 3rd, and the defense withdrew their request to expedite the sentencing after receiving confirmation from the probation office that they had no objection to the schedule. Combs remains detained at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. His request for bail was denied by the judge, who cited concerns about witness safety and the defendant's history of domestic violence. The judge noted that, during closing arguments, the defense acknowledged that the case involved domestic violence. The trial, which began in May 2025, lasted 8 weeks and included testimony from 34 witnesses. Prosecutors accused Combs of leading a criminal enterprise that used threats, violence, and coercion to force his ex-girlfriends and other women to engage in sex acts with male escorts known as freak-offs. The defense argued that the encounters were consensual, based on long-term relationships with the women involved. In addition to the criminal conviction, Combs faces dozens of civil lawsuits related to allegations of sexual abuse, which he denies. The legal developments and public fallout from the case continue to impact his career and public image.